So what is the hardest part about making beats for you? What do you feel is most challenging for you?
The mixing.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Getting them to sound.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always recorded and sent my vocals out to get engineered. Right. So I never really played a big part into engineering or mixing. Mm-hmm. So now I'm up against every wall, and that's pretty much my biggest frustration is just getting that right sound.
Right.
Mixing.
Do you find it, because you MC, because everybody knows you from, you know, right. Bars.
Right.
Do you, how can I say this? Are you like, if MC, a producer sends you beats, are you over their back? Yo, change this, change that. Nah, I don't like this. Or you pick with beats, or you let the MC, or you let the producer do their thing?
Yeah, I wouldn't even put that kind of pressure on them, because once something is off, the whole shit is.
Peace. Now we cooking with gas.
Yes.
We cooking with gas, My-G, with the vibes.
What's the word?
All right. Now, okay, finally, yo, you've been, you know what I mean? You've been playing me to the left a little something. What's going on, fam?
Little bit, man, but not really. You know, I just been, you know, just getting back in the groove, man. You know.
Okay, all right. I was, you know, because your big homie is my man. You know what I mean? Southside Unc is my man.
Oh yeah, that's Family.
Yeah, that's my man. You know, me and Southside Unc got history back to like 2002. You know what I mean? Because he lived in South Carolina.
Oh, God damn it, I ain't even know that.
Yeah, that's my man, Mark. I'm saying his governor name, Mark. That's my man.
That's love, man.
That's love. That's my man. Like I said, he was in. We met in South Carolina, in Columbia. When I used to live in Columbia, I'm from Long Island. You know what I mean? I'm from Long Island, born and raised in Long Island, but I lived out there in Columbia. I live in Charlotte now, but I knew Mark or Southside Unc, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Back in Columbia and whatnot. That's my man. You know what I mean? Ask him about the fire. The fire we had at my house, how we was unplugging studio equipment and running out the house because we was more concerned about the studio equipment.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I mean?
That's a story. That's a story to tell.
That's a story. Ask him about that. He know who self-taught is. That's my man. I remember when he first got the Airsaw 10.
He got it.
You know what I mean?
He still got it.
He still got it.
Yes,
I know. But right now it's all about Ito. You know what I mean? It's all about we talking about Ito right now. You know what I mean? So you know, like I seen you on the dribble, you know what I mean? And I love what the dribble do. Don't get me wrong, but I got to give you a proper interview. For real.
Oh, you talking
Gully.
Oh, Gully. Yeah,
Gully.
shout out.
I love what Gully do. Don't get me wrong, I love what Gully do, but we about to talk some beat science tonight.
Okay, talk to me.
We about to talk some beat science tonight. So a lot of people know you from rhyming. How did the beats come into part? Because I know you said you was on house arrest, right?
That's exactly how it came about. But again, you know, I come up around producers and musicians and singers and, you know, composers. People actually write music. Like that's what I came up around. So, you know, I probably wouldn't most likely start producing if I didn't get on house arrest, but most likely I would have. You know what I mean? Like, I know how the ball bounce. So either way, it's genetics.
Right. So what are you using now to make your beats? What are you software? Are you hardware? What you popping with?
No software, man. I've been an MPC handler forever. So right now, I got the MPC Renaissance right here. I got, look at.
Okay. Yes.
I got 2, 3 of these Renaissances, man. Like this by far is my favorite piece. But I got the MPC 2 Live, and I just got the new MPC 61, the keyboard with the MPC in it. That's the latest, greatest. Still learning it. It's pretty simple on standalone, but it's a bitch syncing it to the software.
Right.
So, other than that, though, you know, I'm on this Renaissance for the most part. Man.
Right. So you got the 2. The 2 is the joint with that you can stand alone. You can take it anywhere.
Yeah, and they got the built-in speaker.
The speaker, right? It got that built-in speaker. You can bang out anywhere, hear it, and all of that. So coming from the era you come from, why not software? Because a lot of these dudes is using software and they get nice overnight.
I mean, I'm old school, man. I came up or past, man. You know, Technique 1200s, Crazy Records. You know, I came up. I'm from that time, that era. So I want to, if I'm not mistaken, you had to have the hardware around that time. I don't think Fruity Loops and that shit was existing at that time.
Right. Indeed. So obviously you a digger. You got something in you in the Rochester area. You in Rochester, right?
Yeah.
Is there a lot of record spots for you to dig at?
It's a couple. I mean, you know, we got like our main one was called the Bop Shop. They moved. It's still active, but you know, I dig. I hunt online. I go online and dig some shit up. You know what I mean? Ain't no rules in this shit, but I still essence and you know, it's kind of like law. I get it for producers to dig and spin vinyls, but listen, if it sound good, I done call samples off movies that I stammed or some shit and pull it right off YouTube. So don't let them niggas fool you. Get it done no matter what. Still digging, but I'm still hunting too. I'll be online.
Right. So when you dig, do you have a certain genre? Are you typing in? What are you typing in when you dig?
It depends, cause normally I would start with the channels I'm subscribed to, and then somehow, some way, it steers me somewhere else. But
right.
Sometimes, you know, I'll dig up a certain genre, or you know, but I don't know. It for the most part, it's something I'm already looking for, and then I'm just rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying?
Like, right. So when you make a beat, you have an idea what you want. Like you don't go with an empty canvas. Like you sit down. I want to make a hardcore joint, so I'm gonna go to this.
Nah, see, that's the thing. You'll never know until you know, load her up, chop her down. I don't loop. I'm totally against that shit. Like,
what? Well, hold on. Why? Why are you against looping?
Because are we being creative, or are you just? I mean, I don't know. I'm against that. I came up owning samples. Like, I came up turning them into some shit you can't even tell where they came from. So I'm totally against taking 8 bars and just letting it spin with it. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Certain times it's cool though. You get away with that shit. I get it. It's no rules, but I feel like as a producer, you should be able to own this shit, chop it, turn it into your shit.
Now, do you feel that it takes you more time to make a beat because of that?
Not at all. Not at all. It's fun for me. I enjoy it. I get in the groove, and you know, that's just what I do. Like I'm very strict about my energy and groove and vibe. So I gotta own it, and it could take me the whole night to do one. But you know, for the most part, I get 20 in the folder before I start one. I make sure it's situated and they ain't got to dig or hunt for the next days. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Wow. So you like I said, you came up digging online and all that, and you're chopping. But have you ever got to a point where you chop this beat up, you chop the sample up, and it's like you only use 2 or 3 pieces of the sample?
Oh yeah, 100 times. When you on the MP, you chop a sample up 8 bars, it's gonna give you 16 pads.
Right, absolutely.
Only use the first 8, and then the next 8 you might not even tamper with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's tricky, you know, like that's why I'm encouraging every producer to create and reconstruct the shit. You know what I'm saying? And own it and just chop at it.
Right. Now,
fuck it. Have fun with it.
Right. Now, have you ever fucked up a groove because you chop all the time? You chop, chop, chop. Have you ever fucked up a groove? Because you can fuck up a good groove by constantly chopping.
I felt like the only time that shit fucks with me is when it's not falling in. So now, do it manually, like boom, 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 rather than having the machine chop it up for me.
Right, right. Okay. All right. So you say, so are you chopping manually? Are you pulling the record back? Or are you just letting the shit chop for you?
Well, on the MP, you could do either. For the most part, when I get my 8 bars and it loops, I'll threshold the shit. Like I'll let it chop it for me so that it's on the 1, boom, 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 boom. But sometimes it don't always land, so then I'll just go back and do it manually.
Right. You know, because a lot of times with the MPC, you know, you got the record, you pulling it back, you playing it, you pulling it back. You know what I'm saying? You pull it back or whatever, you spinning the record back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Are you doing that as well?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. This is what I do. I was always big on capturing the beginning of the sample.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now I can skim through the whole shit, but now would I let the whole shit play? I'm gonna let the whole song spin, and I'm gonna find other pieces for transitions, and you know, the hook and shit.
Right.
But if I got this one shot and ain't nothing else in the shit, and that's I'll come in on the keys. I always, you know, add the extra cheese on top to spike the punch. They're gonna add in my shit in. You know what I'm saying? My keys, my melodies and things.
Right. So when it comes to samples, are you listening to the whole record or are you spot sampling, taking a needle and just...
Nah, that's what I'm saying. As I listen to the whole shit now.
So hold on. Even if it's a whack record,
I'm listening to the whole shit because there's something in me. Trust me.
So you might be cleaning up, tidying up the rest, and you got the record, just the whole record playing.
Yes, let it spin. Let it spin. Because there's always a bridge. It's always a change. It's always a riff that has nothing to do with the way it started.
Right.
See, if I hear a sample in the beginning of the record, I'm on it instantly, but I never got to the end. So I'm very big on letting it play through these days and you know, letting it spin out.
So as you let it play, the first 5 seconds may grab you, and that's it, right?
That's how it used to be. Once I get those first 5 seconds, I don't want to hear shit else. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm very big on hearing another piece, hearing the change, the difference, the build, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So when it comes to making beats, like how many sequences does it take for you to make a beat? Do you make a beat with just one sequence and you good?
Nah, not at all. I mean, for the loopers, minimum 6-8 sequences minimum, because first sequence would be the intro, second sequence would be the hook or the verse, third sequence would be the next part of the verse with a drop and the instrument, and then fourth sequence hook, and you know what I mean? It's gonna be multiple sequences.
Right.
I can't count them or be exact with it, but it's definitely more than 3-4 sequences.
Right. So are you adding any of your own instrumentation in it, or it's all samples?
Really, especially like throughout the verse. You know, I'm very tricky on spontaneous shit. I might just throw a string out of nowhere.
But is it string you played, or is something you just found?
Yeah, I play my shit by ear. I don't read, or but my ear is
right. So you're playing over the sample.
Yes, very much.
Now, do you sample yourself playing it?
Nah, I ain't do that. I ain't sample my melodies and shit like that. I should though, huh?
Right. That's what I said. You sample yourself and then chop it up or whatever.
Yeah, I ain't do that yet. I just like adding on to the sample and giving it.
Right. And do you ever find when you play that melody that it clashes with the sample?
Nah. Unless you off tone, if you ain't holding that note, it will. You know what I'm saying? I mean, or unless you're doing too much,
Right.
I'm allow that. I'm not nothing class or like. You know what I'm saying?
So how much is too much? When do you know, like, yo, the beat is done? Too much is I'm done.
That's the thing, man. Like, too much is too much. All it takes is a little extra cheese on top.
Right. But
that's it.
Right. But how do you know that that extra cheese is too much extra cheese?
Because then it clashes.
Say it again?
But then it clashes.
Right. So when it comes to drums, are you banging out kick, snare, hi-hat, or are you looping up drum samples?
Both. Plenty of time the drum looping and chop that too and decipher that too.
Right. Okay, cool.
That's probably about the only thing I'll loop if it's necessary. Like, again, I'm totally against that. But I've definitely till these days, till today, take a motherfucking drum loop and chop that as well.
Okay, so you're just taking a cleaver to everything, basically.
Yeah, I just remember how creative it was. Me and for example, like if you listen today, I feel like all creativity is shot because only thing I hear is reproduced records from every song I hear is a record that once was. They just renewing these old songs and adding a little drill or this 808 on it. That's all I'm hearing these days. Like, where's creativity? Like,
right. So when you get that drum loop, instead of letting it rock how it is, you feel you have to divide it up and chop it up and make it your own.
Not at all. Like I said, plenty of time. If the drum loop is necessary, I'm letting it rock.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for the most part, I like to chop the drum loops as well.
Right. So where your bass lines coming from? Do you feel every beat has to have a bass line?
Man, I'm a bass head. I'm a bass line geeker. That come last for me.
Right, indeed.
I do the bass last. I take most pride into my bass lines. Like,
now let me ask you a question. Are you sampling a note and just laying it across 16 pads, or are you actually playing yourself, playing a bass line?
Yeah, I do the one note thing and spread it out. If bass I can. For example, like a lot of the basses that you get in these motherfucking keyboards, some of them are good, but you definitely want to key group a bass that you don't have access to, that you can sample and spread it keys. I do that a lot as well.
Right. And you have to make sure it matches the sample.
Yeah, it has to be in note, in tune. You might have to, shift it or what you call it, when you fucking because you can either shift it or what's that shit called when you fucking like you can transpose it to get it to that note. But for the most part, you're gonna find it. It's gonna be there for you.
Right. So what is the hardest part about making beats for you? What do you feel is most challenging for you?
The mixing.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Getting them to sound.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always recorded and sent my vocals out to get engineered. Right. So I never really played a big part into engineering or mixing. Mm-hmm. So now I'm up against every wall, and that's pretty much my biggest frustration is just getting that right sound.
Right.
Mixing.
Do you find it, because you MC, because everybody knows you from, you know, right. bars.
Right.
Do you, how can I say this? Are you like, if an MC, a producer sends you beats, are you over their back? Yo, change this, change that. Nah, I don't like this. Or you pick with beats, or you let the MC, or you let the producer do their thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't even put that kind of pressure on them, because once something is off, the whole shit is. It's not gonna move me no more. So I'm very quick to say, send the next one. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't play like the beat could be the best shit out. If a bass is off, I don't want nothing to do with it. Mm. Simple, in a nutshell.
Mm. Mm. Do you find you rhyme better over your own joints or over other producers' beats?
Oh man, listen. It's been years since I put out a project produced entirely by me. But if you've been paying attention, I got a projects produced entirely by me.
Right.
I don't know, man. It's fucked up, but I don't know. Like, I need to start rapping over my shit again. But maybe it's because I produced this shit now, you know. I don't know. I need to start doing that again. Right. It's been like, I feel like I'm gonna be in the best group ever as long as the beat move me, rather if it's mine.
Right. So let me ask you this, right? Who makes the better beats? The DJ producer or the rapper producer?
Definitely the DJ producer. Definitely. Because the rapper producers are very at a low count. It's only a few of us. A lot of us, but only a few are accounted for. So
right.
The DJ producer, for sure.
The DJ producer, yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So you're good with getting beats from other beat makers and not being on their back, like change this, change that. You good with letting the producer rock.
You know, but then I deal with producers who know me well.
Right.
I get upset when there's producers who study, or not actually study me, but follow me and know what I do, and they say bullshit. Mm-hmm. I hate that shit. I might not even respond after that. It might not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You know what I do. You listen. Don't send me this shit. So, yeah, man. People I do deal with know how to deal with me.
Right. So when it comes to BPMs, what is your sweet spot when it comes to BPMs? Like when you turn the equipment on, do you have a certain set BPM? I'm getting in your business now. This is beat science.
Dude, and it's anywhere from 82 to 85, 80 minimum.
82 to 85.
It just started at 80.
80.
I've been on the 88, 90 shit lately too.
Right.
Because the 78 BPM is for certain shit.
Right.
And I'm big on that head knock, but it's got to be 80 plus. I can't do nothing.
Now, do you feel because you're MC and you're dealing with that tempo that allows you to be heard better?
I think that the more up tempo shit works better for me these days.
Right. So you want to rhyme faster?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Right. Right. Because I always felt like when you get like that 95, 90 shit, the MC is trying to keep up with the beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Pardon me real quick.
Yeah. Do your thing, bro. I see.
Yeah. Oh no, like I'm not too big on this shit these days like this.
Right.
I'm more on this time right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just had praise, Beats by Praise, amazing. That guy's amazing. Nas, you know, one of my favorites. Praise got this. That's what I'm talking about. He got this shit right here.
Right.
It doesn't move. I need that groove, man. I need a little. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So when it comes to quantization, are you quantizing drums or you just rocking just out regular?
My G, I turn the timing off. Only time and I don't quantize, but only time I do turn the 116 or the timing on is for my drums on, like, because you can swing the drums and shit like that, but the drums, I feel like you should always turn the timing off. But the only time I do is when the drums are off. So I'll just think the parts.
Why do you feel you should turn the timing off?
Because you want to, that's the thing about owning shit. You don't want nothing on top. Too much on top of shit. You want the lag just a little. You want that swing, you know what I'm saying?
That human feel.
Yeah, you don't want that shit, the robot doing it for you.
Right. Now, when it comes to drums, you banging out your own pattern, like the kick, the snare, the hi-hat?
Oh, yeah. And guess what? Motherfuckers be like, oh, why you got the kick and the snare on the same? That's why, because I'm banging these shits out. I don't do this.
Right, but how do you keep it from sounding generic?
I don't like that shit, especially now where you could track the shit out and they're gonna separate them anyway. I don't give a fuck about doing the kick and then filling in the snare. I'm really.
We were like boom, boom, bap, boom, bap, boom.
I'm a big deal. This my thing about producers, man. And they a little too over the top with this shit. You gotta own that shit, man, and just do it how you want to do it.
Because it's boom bap. It don't take that much. To me, it don't take all of that.
There's no rules. Do what you want to do. Make it work. Get it done. Simple.
Right. So when you bring out of the beat, you gotta move like a lot of times you're into the beat. You are the rhythm section.
What type of groove you think you in, or groove you think you're gonna get it, if you're fucking doing the kick by yourself and you coming back to fill the snare. That shit corny, man. Don't be a little too professional for me. Right. I'm a beat maker and a fucking. I'm not a composer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I do it for my liking, the way I want it.
Right. So what's the difference between a beat maker and a producer in your eyes?
The beat maker has his way. The producer does it. Not even the producer, the composer plays by the book.
Right.
Beat maker plays by the ear.
Right.
And I feel that's the way to go, because if I can't play what I want to hear or the way I hear it, I don't want to compose nothing if I gotta read it, you know. And nah, man, I'm free with the shit. I do what I want to do.
Right. So back to digging, right? Are you how often are you in the record spot digging?
What's that?
How often are you in the record store digging?
Oh man, it's been a while, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, because again, like our record spot, the bop shop is no longer. They moved it, but I don't know. I just been on some digital time these days. Like I go and now. How do you feel? I'm gonna ask you a question. How do you feel about these producers with the sample packs?
You know, I'm old school, man. I'm 48 years old, fam. I started with MPC 2000 XL. I make beats by ear.
That was my first
sight.
By the way, 2000 XL.
You know what I mean?
But I feel like the sample packs are good, but you cannot base. You can't. You got the dig. You got the these guys got it easy today. They go purchase a damn sample pack and the bass is there, everything. Nah.
Right,
it's
right,
not good.
right.
It's not good.
Right, right. Like I said, your big homie is my man.
Right.
You know what I mean? We was digging. We coming from digging in the crates. You know what I'm saying?
I had 1,000 records in my mother's basement, and they all got damaged. Water, fucking sewer backed up or whatever. I damn near cried, champ.
Right. So we come from that era, man. You know, but nowadays, I don't have enough room for these records. You know what I mean? I got
Let me buy some. Let me buy some. Let me take a little load off.
Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I got records all over the sink. I got records in my tub.
Now check this out. Pop shop, art record spot, right?
Right.
I had every chance to go and spin this record before purchasing and listen to it.
Right.
Man, I don't know what it was, but I was very big on judging the record by the fucking cover, like the artwork.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying? I just know, I look at, oh, it's some shit on here.
Right.
That's why I sat down on the record though.
Right.
I don't know. I just know, like, you can literally judge the record by its cover.
Word.
That's a fact.
Word.
That's a fact.
Word. And that's how I came up digging. Oh, this look ill. Never bring
right. Right. That's real digging shit right there.
Right, because you never know, because the thing is, it's you bring home, it's a surprise. Ooh.
Right.
Oh shit.
Plus you, that's another thing too, perfect. You don't want to hear, you want to go home and experience, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that defeats the purpose of literally digging. Like, if you can judge this record by the cover, you think it's dope, take it home. I'm not about to spin it in the shop because I would buy this motherfucker right now. Don't talk me out of it. I go home, ain't nothing on there, so be it. But guess what? Plenty of times I went back to this record and heard it differently. And found.
Are you a dollar crate digger like me? I like the dollar crates. How much? Let me ask you, how much money would you spend on a record? I'm a dollar crate digger.
I'm the 50 cent, dollar, 10, 10 vinyl or 20 vinyls for $10, dude.
Right.
But it's some samples I came across that we couldn't get, that you can only get. And I'm telling you, man, these motherfucking vinyls cost anywhere from $100 to $400. I'm not doing it.
No, I ain't
I'm
doing
gonna find a way. I'm gonna get that motherfucking sample.
Right.
I'm not doing that. But I know people who did.
Right. You know what's crazy? Because Clipto, I don't know if you know who Clipto is. I interviewed Clipto. You know what I mean? That's my man, Clipto. He said, he would go to the record store, take a picture of the record, and then look for it online. So he had to buy it. You know what I mean?
The thing though, 8 out of 10 times, YouTube gonna have that motherfucker.
Right.
I don't know. I don't agree with these niggas who talking about if you ain't digging, you're not a producer. Listen, man. If you're not hustling, but you work a job, you're not working. I mean, I don't understand. Like, ain't no rules in this shit.
Mm-hmm.
If I could find a sample off TV, I used to sample off VHS tape. So you mean to tell me I could only sample off vinyl? I can't sample off this fucking VHS tape? That's what I don't like about these producer dudes, because YouTube, man, I done found some gems on that motherfucker. Right. The only thing about that is that it's accessible to everybody.
Right.
But he's gonna do it that way. I'm gonna do it my way. He's gonna do it his way.
Right.
There's no rules in it.
Right. So you don't have a problem running across a sample someone used and using it.
It depends. It depends. Kinda. But if I hear it differently, and yeah, it's bittersweet. Because I'm kind of against that. I don't like when people do that. But if it sounds otherwise, I support it. I support it. But a lot of people take this sample that someone used and sounds the same. So that's what I'm not supporting.
Right.
Take a sample that's been done, own it, remix it, you know, do it differently.
Right. Now, are you stacking your drums to make them hit?
Oh man, I'm big. Like I'll put one drum here, one to the left, one to the right. I pan shit. I do multiple layers on drums, kicks, snares. I might put a clap under a rim and then a snare on top of the both. Yeah, I do that a lot.
Now, does every beat have to have a hi-hat or nah?
Not all the time. Not all the time. Right. Sometimes the hi-hat is unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
Right.
I'm bigger on that than the, you know, it's level. It's what you like, you know, but I'm big on the hi-hat though. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. So when you do your hi-hat, is your hi-hat on 16 pads and you're playing it at different levels?
Nah, that's when I turn the timing off. I turn the timing off for that. Always. Because the drums are already swinging. So if you got the 116 on it, it's gonna be a little too, something's gonna be off. Maybe it's too fast or too slow, or you know what I mean? So it depends on how the drums are swinging, turning, if the hi-hat be on the 116 or whatever.
Right. So how many drum sounds do you have? Because you know we can collect so many drum sounds as a beat maker, but we always go back to those 10 drum sounds that we love, that we use.
Yeah,
always that
I still got a lot of them ones.
That
like
you
again,
go back to.
Whole shift, like you could take one drum and use it 1,000 ways, as long as you pitch it, and, you know, layer that. Yeah. So I just got, shout out to Beat Witcher. I just got his new I think it's 5, the Philip Joy 5. I got very big on his kits, authentic shit.
But you're gonna make them yours, right?
Huh?
You're gonna just use them as is, or you're gonna make them yours?
Man, a lot of times I take Butcher shit and I ain't gotta do nothing else. Facts. But yeah, you know, as far as I go, is making them mine, it's probably just adding a little low end on them, or one up, one down. You know, I don't tamper too much with the drum, especially when you layer in them. It's already gonna.
Right. You know, so he already got what you need. You don't have to do much or nothing.
Nah. I try not to, because I get carried away and shit.
Right.
You know
right. So, right. So with his drum packs, are they loops or they just individual kicks and snares?
Yeah, he's got the loop folder. He's got the percussion folder, kick snare, everything's separate.
But you're not taking the loop though. You're not. Are you taking the loop, or you just taking the individual sound?
100 times. But again, when I take them loops, I dissect them.
Right. And
you times I kept it as is, but I don't know. I just got a thing for wanting to show what I could do with his drums, as opposed to me. It's not gonna be exciting to any of these drum creators. You just they want to hear what you could do with them. You know, that's
right.
How I go about it.
So let me ask you: when you making beats, are you making beats to impress other producers? Or are you making beats to impress MCs? Or are you making beats to impress those who just like beats?
If an artist reaches out, that's when I'm dedicated to that. But for the most part, I do what I love first. You know what I'm saying? If I don't like it, then it ain't coming out and nothing happens.
Right. So I know you rhyme and all that, because that's how I know you from rhyming. Is this something that you're gonna fall back on eventually, beat making?
No, not at all. I'm just getting started again. I'm producing projects in full. I just sent Shay Noah a batch, you know, D.I.G.G.A.Z out Jersey City. Shout out to him. I just produced, I'm producing Daniel's son whole album. Matter of fact, scratch that. Don't put that out. Keep that alive. Nice of Future, my brother, Nice of Future. Yeah, I'm producing projects in full right now. Black G's, my brother Black G's.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, I still.
So you don't fall back from rhyming?
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
Okay. So this is just something you put extra arsenal.
Yeah, I'm Ito don't fall back. You know what I mean? He might get a little rest, but we don't get time.
Right. So do you feel that people don't take you serious because you MC and you make beats?
Nah, I think the people are like not the guys who know, but I think the people are like, wow, this motherfucker, this is crazy. Like a lot of people are just catching on. Like, and thanks to my brother Special and Benny, it started, you know, from outside of my organic support. When I did the intro for them, I caught a whole new audience. That intro I did.
Yeah, dude, that shit was hot. That shit was fire. I know.
Yeah, so I think I'd like to say that a lot of people are just now catching on.
Right. Yeah, let's make ill beats too. He's ill with the beats too.
Yeah, definitely. Special pretty much taught me how to work the 2000 XL.
Right. So y'all back and forth. Y'all back and forth with the beats. Y'all back and forth with samples. Y'all share samples
all the time. All the time. It's funny because Special, I was just talking to him the other day. His listening session for the album is this Friday. And funny shit, he just asked me to send him a batch of samples. That's my brother. Like, we do that all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, we got Riggs out there, you got Mooch out there, you know what I mean? It's not a lot of talent out there, man. Like, you producing any interviews?
As of recent, not really, but yeah, you know, like Mooch, I just did one for him. A couple more coming. Far as the town go, you know, it's probably like me, you, Midnight. Few producers out here, trust me. Who else we got? It's a couple. It's a few producers out.
Right. Now, how do you know when to keep the beats for yourself and then give it to this person? Like, yo, I'm keeping the heat. Have you ever been accused of keeping heat for yourself?
Yes, a lot of times. And but again, you know, it's been a while since that's coming though. I'm about to do that. I'm about to put out a project produced entirely by me. It's been a while. But I just wanted to build my catalog and audience on the production end and those guys, and you know, build that and you know, then work on me after that. But and then I'm also big on building my catalog with those guys, you know, Alchemist, Greenland, and DJ Muggs. So you know, I'm big on that as well. But I definitely got to get back to me.
Now, you did a project with I think DJ Muggs, right?
Yes.
Now, did you have to say to him, take that out? I don't like that. Or did you say, fall back, this is Muggs? Like, I gotta just play my position.
I didn't have to say that, but it's a few that we scratched and shit, definitely. But I didn't have to say that because he knows my sound and his sound. I grew up on that shit. So it was be very easy to work with him. Yeah, he flew me out. Now I want to tell you, man, we knocked at least 7 down in a few days, give or take. And I did a few at home. It's very easy to work with those guys. You know what I'm saying? They sound, you know what I mean?
Right. Now, have you met these dudes or they sending beats?
He sent a few, and then we pretty much did the album in Cali at his spot.
Right.
He sent me joints that I did here, and then we wrapped up over there.
Right. So how does an underground producer get paid? Because most of the producers I interview on this platform, they work regular jobs. How do they get paid? How do they get money without working a regular job?
I watched my brother. I put it like this. I feel like the only way to get paid is to give it away. Build the audience. Like I've been in the streets. Like so, when we open up traps, the only way to direct traffic is to give the checks out. Boom. Yeah, you can check this. Same method. I feel like if he's looking for recognition or this audience, you got to give it out. You got to give it away.
Right.
Producer's gonna get paid and stay paid, but it's tricky because then they're gonna feel funny when the price comes. You see, so it's bittersweet on that end as well. But I feel like if the producer wants to get paid, he's got to let it fly. He's got. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. So are you against selling beats from like beat stars?
Totally. There's no way in hell. I don't deal with third parties and second streams because my thing is, okay, the platform might be big and shit, but ain't no way in hell I'm gonna sell my shit on his shit and he breaks me off a piece. It's not, you know. And so I don't even like the lease shit no more because I had altercations with artists who said I sold their beats. It's quite obvious they not in the business. If you don't own the rights to purchase these rights, I could sell this shit 1,000 times. So from here on out, as of recent, if you don't purchase it, then you can't lease it. You gotta buy it.
Right.
That's how I'm on it.
Right. So let me ask you, do you prefer selling beats here and there, or do you prefer doing the splits?
Depending on the audience, if it has to make sense, because I'm not doing splits with anybody who doesn't have no.
Right.
And I'm splitting my shit with him now. I'm not big on that. It has to make sense and he has to have an audience. Then I'm cool with splits. Other than that, it's not working.
Right, right, right. So if a dude come to you like, yo, EO, I want to do an album with you, it has to make sense.
Yeah, he has to have an audience. I'm willing to do this stuff. Okay. Let's do this. And then when it's time, we sell it like that. But I'm not doing splits with any man that doesn't have an audience. It's not
right. So when do you know when to charge and when not to charge for beats?
When the man has an audience and it's beneficial for the both of us.
Oh, okay. So Rock Marciano comes to you, of course. It's all good.
I just got off the phone with Rock.
Right.
And I'm sending in some work. That's when it makes sense, you know.
Right. Right.
No disrespect to the up and comers. I love them. They love me. You know what I'm saying? But they're reaching out to me for a reason.
Right.
The audience. So they're not gonna be if I don't have an audience.
Right.
Thing is, like, we have to be, you know, considerate of the business and not the fucking, yeah. That's it, man. You gotta have an audience.
Right. Are you because you rhyme and whatnot, are you known for beats or are people more for verses?
I'm known for beats, trust me. One of my first biggest placements was with Stack Bundles. God bless his soul.
Shout out to Stack Bundles.
Saying J Hood, this is when I, you know, Max B, Dipset, Uncasa, Toss Mahal, my
right.
I got my feet wet early. And again, I gave them away. You gotta give them away. You know what I'm saying?
So in order to get on in the game, you feel you have to give away beats.
Gotta give them away. Period. Especially when you are not even established and you're getting your feet wet.
But you want credit.
Oh yeah, baby.
Credit.
Yeah. They gonna. That's another thing too. A lot of people. I don't know. I don't know if they mean any harm behind that, but they definitely gotta credit these producers. It's simple, yo. Produced by Boom. It's very simple. I don't see that a lot.
Yeah, you don't.
You gotta.
You don't. Now, have you ever gave a beat out? Have you ever gave a beat out to somebody and they rhymed over the hook instead of the verse? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
boom. They don't know that structure, that format, right? Because it happened to me a few times. I had to hit a producer of mine recently that I deal with. And I'm like, yo, does this start with the hook? Boom, boom. So that happens. But yeah, that happened a lot of times.
Mm-hmm. When you give a producer a beat and it's a chick song, but he spit some gangster shit.
Hey, yo, that, man, I hope that shit ain't happening still, but plenty of time. I cringe when we do a topic. Not even we, us, me, anybody does a topic and he's somewhere else. Someone else is somewhere else with it. Yeah, I hate that shit.
Right, right. So do you have the balls or the guts to say, nah, son, this is a chick song. Don't rhyme about this. Because you're the producer of the beat. Do you ever say, nah, son, this is not it?
My thing is this: once it's sold and he's in control,
even the shit is dope. Even though the shit is dope,
I do that with my brothers. I make sure I tell, nah, bro, we taking off this one or not. You ain't make the. Brother Jay Black is big on that. He'd be like, nah, make that shit out of here, right? But once it's sold and it's his and in control, I don't have no say so. So that's on them. That's something they got to clean up and patch up.
Right. So how many beats are you making a day?
Right now,
honestly,
like MPC 61P joint. Because again, Google that once we done. It's the latest MPC, but it's a keyboard with the MPC in it. It's crazy. I'm probably doing right now, outside of learning this new gear and in between, minimum, I used to do 10 plus a day. Right now, though, when I'm down here, I'm doing 2 to 4 every night. Easy. Right.
So how do you with quality control? Because 10 beat, every beat ain't hot.
That's the thing with me. I'll make sure if not, it's not gonna work. I'll make sure it's a go. Just like when I do placements on my albums. I'm not recording nothing I'm unsure of. I'm gonna make sure it's a go. So that's how I play. If I start off in the groove and then it goes like this, a lot of people say, yo, just save it. Now I don't want nothing to do with it. I scratch them. I ain't gonna lie though. I've been saving them, because I'll have a moment where I'll go back to it and hear it different. But if I don't like it, I'm not moving forward. So
right. But if you're in the studio and someone likes what you're doing, do you keep it even though you're not feeling it, but they like it?
I have to respect that. Yeah. You
gotta respect that, right?
I have to. Yeah.
Right. Even though you don't, because you make a beat. Like, let me ask you, a pack. A pack is for you. How many beats is in a pack?
I like to do 3 to 5 just to check the temperature.
Okay. Certain artists say 10, but you say 3 to 5, right?
But you don't want to overwhelm. This is another thing. 2 beats at a time. If I'm working with an artist, I'll never send them the whole 2 hours.
That's if you're working with an artist. But I'm saying, like, MC over here just wants some beats. How many beats are you sending him?
5 tops.
Okay.
5. I won't go over that because I feel like they'll never get to the other 5 if they like the first 5.
Right. So if they don't feel the first 5, then there's nothing you can do with them, right?
If they like the first 5, it's over. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
And then on the flip side, if they feel the first 5, then they won't get to the next 5. So I feel like don't overwhelm them. Micro dose.
Right. So let me ask you a question. How many beats do you really give on the arm? Like, yo, take that.
I do that all with my brothers, my peers,
Right. But it got to make sense.
Yes, it does. Yeah, because it could be a peer of mine I love dearly, and he'll catch the wave that night, but he know I'm gonna sell this shit sooner or later. You know what I mean? Like, and I'll let him know, yo. You know what I mean? They support it all the time because if it makes better sense, they support.
Right. So E2, you've been doing all this music. Let me ask you, is hip hop paying your bills?
Man, I wouldn't know what I'd be doing right now, man. I know what I'd be doing, but I won't be here. So glad to say, man, that you know, I've been in a healthy state mentally, and right, you know, the groove is on and off. Like I'm a very moody, happy. I'm on it, right? My man, in a nutshell, man, this shit changed my life, man. Simple.
Right, right. All right, but for the people, are you working a job?
It's my reality, it's my life. So my job is to attend to them. It's no longer a hustle or job, it's my life, it's my reality. It becomes a hustle and a job when I sell it to them. But when I'm here, it's not a job, it's my reality, it's my life. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what I want. We know if you're punching the clock, or you know, is hip hop paying your bills? I mean, what you're putting out musically.
Hip hop is keeping not only the household but my kids, my mother, and the business is a lot better than how it was a long time.
Right.
I'm in the, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, anyway, yo, I want to thank you, you know what I mean, for taking time out your busy schedule to be on season 3 of Strictly for My Diggers. You know, you was playing me for to the left for a minute.
I owe you another one. You know, we've been going at this, but I missed you last time. So thank you for even reaching back out, because
Right. And I reached out because your big homie is my man.
Yeah, nah, it's all right. But I would have never reached back out, because thank you for that, because once I'm very big on motherfuckers not following through. I'm like, fuck them, but I gotta be more mindful of people's schedules and their lives and their families, and you know. So
right. So,
God,
one thing about this platform, man, it's really for beat makers. You know what I mean? I know you MC or whatever, but it's for beat makers. You know, and I appreciate. You know, like I said, I love the dribble. You know what I mean? But I had to give you a proper interview.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A proper, we had to get into beat science. So we had to dig deeper than just what year you started making beats. Why did you start making beats? Well, nah, my nigga, no. You know what I mean? You got people out there that's watching you that want to know how you do what you do. You know what I mean?
Right on.
Right. You know what I mean? So it's all about celebrating you.
I'm here for all of y'all. So
word up. So shout out to Gully TV. I love what you do, man. Word up. Shout out to Gully. You know what I mean? But this is strictly for my diggers. You know what I mean? And we getting in some beat science right here. You know what I mean?
Sir.
Word up. So yo, you know what I mean? Shout out to you. Hopefully I can get 38 special with your help. I can get 38 special on this channel or whatever.
That's highly possible. You know what I'm saying? That's
possible. You know, it's possible. I gotta reach out to Unc. I gotta reach out to Southside Unc. You know, he makes shit possible for me. You know what I mean? That's my man.
It's 12:29. Motherfucking Unc was supposed to be here about an hour or so ago.
Yo, tell him I said what's up. I'm gonna hit him on the jack because he got a new platform that he's doing right now.
I will, baby. I'll send that love out, and he definitely got his podcast and shit booming right now. So yeah, man, you know, I'll send that shout out for sure.
All right, yo, Edo, peace, my brother. I appreciate it. Peace.
All right, peace.
I'm gonna tell you now, I ain't no holy individual, but I am righteous. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna steal from